All right, welcome to Out and About. It is Tuesday, Wednesday, we don't know. We have Nick Turani and Nicky Smokes on the show to talk to us about, what are we talking about? Surviving Barstool Season 5. That's right.
Well, wait, this is our first episode back after the premiere of Surviving Barstool, which Pat is one of the many stars of, which is very exciting. So yes, we did, as we are trying to keep our wheels rolling in terms of drama and Barstool and et cetera, et cetera. Yes, we will be discussing the first 2 episodes of Surviving Barstool. And yes,
with two of the biggest
stars.
I'll tell you, there's some real life tension between these two.
So much tension.
And we are going to be doing spoilers of the first 2 episodes only. So if you haven't watched on either Rumble Premium or YouTube, Rumble Premium airs 3 hours before YouTube. So tomorrow night or tonight, whatever I air this, 5 p.m. will be Rumble Premium. YouTube will be 8 p.m. Nick Turani fucking hates Nicky Smokes' guts.
Yep.
He is convinced that Nicky Smokes had orchestrated this backstabbing event for him, which we're gonna get into with him in a little bit. But first, I feel like we got to catch up because we haven't. All we've been doing is focusing on the drama here.
I know.
What is going on in your life?
Yeah, it's like I haven't really had an opportunity to talk about myself at all, and that's
not
why I
we
signed
do
on
this.
to be on this show.
That's literally what we do.
I literally said yes so I could talk about myself.
Yes.
So this is kind of bullshit. Can we talk a little bit about just about like our new avenue of drama and how good at it we are?
Yes, I think.
First?
I think I personally am at the point in my career where I don't have anything burning to get off my chest. I don't have this like fucking agenda where I want to say this and deliver this message.
Yes.
My job is simple, as is yours. It is to entertain. And what we have found is that doing this Barstool drama stuff is far more entertaining than talking about what happened on, the Atlantis cruise ship being blocked from Egypt and this and that, different things like that. So people seem to like it. The numbers are fantastic. So we're going to lean into this a little more. And I think
Dave likes it. That's really what it is.
That's
Dave is liking it. Gaz is liking it. People are liking it.
I'm in a contract year, right? Yeah.
Right. And again, and I'm still, my contract still hasn't come. Right. I'm still a free agent at this point. But I've been getting messages from people upstairs, people that I know in life. Everyone is like loving it. They love our rapport. They think we're great together. So yeah, we're just trying to capitalize on that, not only with money, but also with attention. And I think that we're doing a good job.
The 2 things we care about most.
Exactly.
Money and attention.
Exactly. But yeah, so I think that the timing of Surviving Barstool coming up right on the heels of drama last week with Hannah and Austin and everybody.
Shout out to her for coming on.
Yeah, that was good. I'm glad that she came on. That's totally blown over by now, right? Like I feel like nobody cares about that anymore.
Yeah, everyone thinks
I feel like
the internet moves so fast.
It moves so fast. Like
she
I totally
was good.
forgot
She
that
just
was
didn't
even
say
happening.
anything. I was like, what the?
Yeah,
Everyone's like,
she's
just going to be a PR
shit.
machine. I was like, that's kind of what she was.
Yeah, for sure. But what are you going to expect? You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, and I'm still getting shit for being soft on crime. People are like, you didn't go hard enough on her.
That's what
Because they just want me to bitch out everybody. And it's like it takes away the legitimacy of what I'm saying sometimes when I'm in the middle of a bitch out. Like I do yes, I can issue a perfect bitch out, a 10 out of 10. But every day a bitch out is exhausting. Nobody wants that.
It makes them less meaningful.
Yes, and I want a conversation, and I'm not going to sit here and berate this girl for coming on when literally the entire internet is like slut shaming her for fucking her like low key boss. So I'm not going to, you know what I mean?
Low key boss.
I'm just not going to. I don't need to add fuel to that fire. It's already blazing. Yeah. So it's like you'd rather get to the goods and get some information out of it. And I do believe that that with time, it will be
time heals all.
An interesting interview and also an interesting situation. All of it together.
And everything we do on here acts as a receipt for the future.
Exactly. And that's really my number one priority of the show, especially moving forward, is just like making sure to capture receipts for the future.
Absolutely.
I'm from the future and
You are from the future.
Yeah.
I think that's what's important to remember. And also
people do forget.
Like Nick Turani, he's a good friend of mine. He's great.
Yes.
You would think he was very stressed out about this interview. Rightfully so,
I
because
need
when you're in the drama,
yes,
you feel the heat of 1,000 lights on you. It's like everything is about me. At the end of the day, everyone's only thinking about themselves. You would think that Nick Turani, with the phone calls and the texts, was about to deliver a State of the Union address to the entire nation. I had to convince him. I was like, it is not that bad. I didn't think his bitch out was that bad.
I thought it was, and he
comes off great.
And I'm not going to go ahead and say like I have been. So now it's the first 2 episodes of Surviving Barstool that have come out. I obviously wasn't in the show. I really don't know what happened. I know bits and pieces, but I really don't know. So it's my first time absorbing any of it. The way people were talking about Nick Turani's crash out, I thought it was going to be like the most explosive shit I've ever seen. I was let down. I was let down because I had people in my ear telling me how good it was. And I was like, oh, that was it? Like, I really was, and maybe it just got built up or whatever. But I don't think he
For him, it's 1,000 times worse.
Right. And so that kind of leads
I thought it was
going to
be a Kramer Comedy Store level crash out. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Imagine.
Like, what is going on here? And then I watched it. It's not that bad. And he's having the meltdown of the century about this thing.
Agreed. And I just kind of was like, oh, bummer. But it kind of leads me into my next point, which is someone like Nick or someone like Hannah or anybody else that's very well liked by the Barstool audience has little to no experience with like the hate storm, like the shit storm that you can get. So when you've skated by for as long as Nick Turani has without getting all this hate, yeah, I'd probably be shitting my pants too about to come on and maybe invite some of that in. He's sitting pretty. He's living a life of dreams.
Nick Turani's never been called a faggot on the internet for
Of
10
course.
years straight,
Yep,
or an
yep,
old
yep.
hag.
Or an old hag, barren bitch, cunt, all this stuff. And it's like, we are so calloused to those kinds of insults that it's really nothing. Like when I said, oh, boring. Like, oh, you said Nicky Smoke sucks at his job and he'll probably be fired soon. Who cares? Like, who gives a fuck?
It was nothing.
I could open up my replies right now and see that exact response.
But I don't want to it's important to say that, to note that we are not delegitimizing the way he's feeling about this, because everyone is very valid in the way that they feel, in the way that they process things, and it can be jarring when you experience online hate and this sort of thing. But there's this concept of something that Nate blogged about earlier today or yesterday, one of the two. It's called Viva Points.
Oh, did he blog about it? I haven't seen it. I've been locked up all day.
I think this is a very important concept and a very pertinent concept to people at Barstool, and it really dictates how certain personalities act within these walls.
Yes.
The concept of a Viva Point is people here who will only say and do things to make sure that they don't get a negative reply, or that they keep the people on Reddit happy, and they keep the trolls on their side.
It's like a misdirection almost.
It's a misdirection.
Yeah.
And they are very, very careful about what they say and what they do and how they act.
It's
at
strategic.
The detriment of authenticity, just to make sure that just to make sure they get Viva Points, and that, the 0.001% who may say something mean to them online doesn't happen to them. And I'm not saying Nick Turani has been chasing Viva Points, because I don't think he has at all. I think other people have.
He's been chasing the points. I think he's been trying to stay under the radar his entire career.
Right.
And I think that
which is a very smart strategy to do.
Yeah, for sure.
But there are people who do chase like mega Viva Point fucking chasers. Austin is a Viva Point chaser.
He was a prime example of that. Like, and by Viva Points we mean, so for those who maybe aren't totally up to snuff when it comes to like Barstool stuff. We have an account it's on Twitter/X, but it's also on TikTok and Instagram too. It's called Viva La Stool. It's not our Barstool Sports account, but it does tweet out or post clips of different shows, different things that happen in the office. And a lot of the time, these clips taken out of context will make someone appear a certain way or look a certain way or whatever. I popped off about this a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, saying that I felt that internally, the guy that does, he has another account called Stooley's Clubhouse, but he also works on the Viva account. I thought he was like putting out a hit on me. He like always is making me look bad on purpose.
He's the ultimate Viva Point. And not to interrupt you, but just because I had this thought and I don't want to forget it.
Yes.
Viva Points, people who chase Viva Points will allow internet commenters to dictate how they behave.
Yes.
And at the detriment of authenticity. And it's not always detriment of authenticity.
Detriment of authenticity and of like the employees within. You know what I mean? Like,
I could look through this.
If you can cut somebody down based on what you're saying, then it's fine. So Nick Turani's words after he got voted out of Surviving Barstool season 5 by Nicky Smokes was basically like, Nicky sucks his job and I don't think he'll be here for a while anyway. That could be interpreted, and I definitely interpret it this way, as like the online trolls, the people that hate Nicky will like that I say this, and they'll be on my side of things because they like me more than they like him. And I think that is why Nick Turani is like so embarrassed by his behavior, because ultimately he fed right into it. That's like, he's a veteran of the game. Like, he doesn't need to be doing that.
He's done, like, in episode 2, he didn't do anything wrong. That's what I don't get.
He didn't.
He was a victim of. Right. He wasn't even a victim.
But he doesn't want to let the mask slip. That's the thing. He doesn't want people. He doesn't want people to see that he has that side of him.
The side meaning what?
Meaning like he's not above pulling some
pandering
fruit.
to comments.
Yes.
Got it.
Which I think is a faux pas if
like
you work here.
The ultimate ultimate Viva Point chaser is fucking Tate.
Oh, of course. Well, don't get me started.
He's. I don't want to because all you
no, but
little
that's true.
fucking.
That's how he got a job. He got a job because he rallied the masses in his favor, and that is just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And it's literally taken me specifically years to get over that.
Like
that's
him.
Just a thing that happens.
You look at
when people do it now, we are all a lot more attuned to it, I think. And now that we're all talking about it out loud, it's like. It's an easy thing to detect when you see it happening. And it's annoying when you're like, hey man, what the fuck? That's kind of just the vibe. But I think the
tide is changing, at least internally, because I think there's been, and I'm just going to come out and say it.
Yeah.
I think when we had Roan on this show.
Yeah.
The ultimate don't go after Roan because everyone will say, fuck you, we love Roan, fuck you, you're a faggot, whatever, we love Roan. When we went after Roan, we're basically like, fuck off, this is not how I feel, and you said this is not how I feel.
Yeah.
I think internally the tide shifted a little bit.
Yeah.
And so that people are like, well, I'm actually going to say what I think. Just because I go after someone doesn't mean that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And it emboldens people to be a little bit more vocal, and I think
to start thinking
that's
for themselves.
A good thing.
We need to. There is a certain amount of hive mentality inside Barstool, and I think that there are people that others are maybe hesitant to talk shit about, and we talk about low hanging fruit.
That's what it is.
I am considered low hanging fruit because I have a lot of haters, so it's oh, we'll go after Kelly, it's easy. But you wouldn't necessarily go after someone like Turani, who has a massive
God forbid you get a bad comment.
Not Nicky Clicky, you know what I mean? You can't.
And to be clear, this isn't. And I am going to put words in your mouth. This isn't This isn't us being unafraid to publicly go after someone who is beloved on the internet is not an indication of our relationship with that person.
Oh, no.
We like these people. And
of course.
And everyone, pretty much for the most part, everyone here is really good friends with each other.
Yes.
It's just now it's fuck off. I'm going to treat you like I would a friend, and I'm going to say exactly what I feel because you're my friend, regardless of what someone else says. So if Nick Turani's being a pussy, or Rona's being crazy, or whatever, we all love each other, but we're going to call it out because A, it makes things more entertaining.
Yes.
And B, that's what our job is.
Well, we're just on tiptoeing around, I think, generally. And I think, too, that this entire company
was built on hate.
Built on hate, but also, if you take the sports out of it, we still have that reality aspect to it. And while we're discussing behavior on a reality TV show, I've said this before, you've said this before, when we watch reality TV, we want the highest level of passion. We want the screaming. We want the tears. We want the in-your-face cockiness. That is who you should be when you're participating in a Barstool reality show. So for Nick to have stooped to the level of he won't be here very long, whatever.
I think
I was happy to see it.
Nick should
I said, good, show more of that side of yourself because it exists.
Nick should be applauding himself for what he did.
Yeah, I think
this is a version of Nick that we want to see. Yes. We want the real version. That's how he felt in the moment. 100%. And that's exactly what he should do.
Stand on business. Always stand on business how you're feeling, especially in the moment. Yep. And yes, of course, he's not literally calling for Nicky Smokes' job. I think that we're all smart enough to know that. And I'd be fine
if he did.
And who cares? Also, who cares? If Nicky, that's not his say. He doesn't have final say on whether or not.
Shout out to Nicky Smokes for always saying what he feels, which you'll see in the interview that we're going to play in a couple of minutes.
Yes, and I do love Nicky for that because he's one of the realest guys we got. I think, as far as I can tell, unless he's fleecing me so
fucking
bad.
Funny.
He's so funny. He's honest to a fault in a way that he will put his own foot in his own mouth, but he still gets his point across always, and I appreciate that.
Is he trying to smash you?
He made a joke because Dave said he was doing Davey Day Trader, and someone in the comments was Keegs and Nicky should hook up, and then Nicky clipped it and tweeted at me and was like, "Yo, Keegs, you see this?" And I said, "Keep dreaming." And so it's be
you guys
for real.
He
said that would be. Dave said that would be explosive or something like that. I was like, ugh. Ew, perv.
What's his? I don't even know his. I had to email him a link to the interview.
Yeah.
I had no idea. There are 90% of this company, I don't know their last names.
Well, nobody has their real fucking name. Nobody's name is their name. Nicky's name is not Nicky. It's you know what I mean?
My name is Sarah.
Yeah.
Everyone has dead names here?
Yeah, this is just, we're all actually the opposite. But so yeah, I think that when watching these shows, and I did really, really love episodes 1 and 2, and I highly recommend everybody goes to watch them. It's fantastic.
Really
the production value is incredible.
Yep.
The gameplay is incredible. I've been seeing a conversation around the gameplay, and people are excited this season because season 4 that had bigger personalities like Dave Portnoy and Big Cat and Ryan Whitney and Biz and all the personality first people, gameplay second. it was a lot of like jokes and bullshit and whatever and blah blah blah. But the like game fans are really loving this season because the strategy is like really kicking off right away. So I've been seeing that that conversation. And yeah, I think that overall it's just it's really fun to like watch your coworkers like galvanize each other, like,
and I think
what's it?
Brutalize,
eat each other from within. I can't.
And
think of the word.
like it's all in good fun for the most part. And I just think that as an overarching theme, we are entering a new era of honesty at this company.
Yes,
at least in content, and I like that because I don't want to deal with the fucking Viva Point bullshit. I don't.
Well, I can't stand a fake ass. Like I really can't. Like if I'll be so real, like we're recording this. We've already spoken with the Knicks, but like before we went into it going in, I was like, Nick Turani is a fake ass. Like he immediately, like he saw his behavior last night and he's like tweeting out apologies today. But it's like, we know that he actually hasn't spoken to Nicky in 3 months and he like won't do content with him. So that's also like,
Which we will discuss.
And we did bring up but I think it's important that we bring that up because if you hear things and you know things that are going on and that are bubbling below the surface and that it does affect content. If someone is refusing to do content with somebody else, that affects content, does it not?
Yep.
You know? So why not bring it up? And I just don't like if you're going to behave a certain way and it really isn't that out of line and it's totally in the context of the game. I don't think that there's totally a need to backtrack it, but I do think the behavior of like, I don't want to be in content with you. I'm not speaking to you. I'm not whatever. Those things certainly
Which to be very clear
addressed.
Was Nick Turani was vocal
to anybody who would listen, honestly. Like it's but again, that's not,
which is also okay.
I mean, Pat, I didn't speak to Jerry for a year and a half and because he called me an old pussy. Like there was so much to it. Like the way that I literally told Jerry to go fuck himself and keep my name out of his mouth, like you would have thought that he like murdered my family. Like I was so I get hate that lasts based on behaviors during a game like this. Totally. And I'm not saying that Nick isn't justified in like feeling mad for months, but it is interesting when you dig up a little bit of his past behavior and maybe people grow and change. And so we do get to the bottom of that in this interview, I think.
And it's a good one. So here is our interview with Nick Turani and then a surprise with Nicky Smokes. I want to talk to you guys about Monarch. Most apps only tell you what you've already spent. Monarch helps set goals, map out big purchases, and see if you're actually on track before it's too late. You can ask Monarch's AI assistant anything about your finances, like how much did I spend on travel last summer, or can I afford this vacation without touching my savings? Spot things that you wouldn't think would look for with AI insights. It has your spending. Has it gone up? Has it gone down? Or is it just inflation? This is all stuff that Monarch will help you understand and help you get a grip on your finances. And you can also get a heads up on what's happening with your money with the AI Weekly Recap. It flags spending spikes, net worth shifts, and upcoming expenses. Split the check without the headache with Monarch's Bill Split. Just scan the receipt. Everyone claims what they got and then settles up. No separate app needed. Monarch is something that's been very useful for myself as well as Kelly, as well as other people in this office, because it really just presents a full and clear picture of your finances in an incredible, easy way to use. So write your own money story with Monarch. Use code ABOUT at monarch.com to get your first year of Monarch Core half off at just $50. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code ABOUT. I just had a birthday. I'm 37 years old. It's hard for me to stay in shape and to make sure that I'm getting everything in my body that I need to get in my body to make me feel good, think good, and look good. And that's where MarsMen comes in. A lot of people think that the classic dad bod just comes from drinking more beer, eating worse. But for a lot of guys, that's not actually the whole story. As men get older, our bodies reprogram themselves. We naturally start losing more fat. We start storing more fat and losing muscle faster. And the main reason for this is testosterone. Most men's testosterone levels start dropping as early as their 30s. Me. When that happens, it becomes easier to get fat, especially around your stomach. MarsMen is a natural supplement designed to support healthy testosterone levels, which can help your body burn fat more efficiently and build lean muscle, which is very, very, very important. When your hormones are working the way they're supposed to, a lot of things get easier. Workouts, energy, even staying lean. It's basically helping your body get back to running like it did years ago, which is so important. And the quality is legit. It's made in the USA. Third-party tested and now available at GNCs nationwide. And they've also got a 90-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk. Thousands of guys are feeling incredible, and they're feeling and looking incredible, and they have incredible results. And just check out the reviews on the website if you don't believe us, but you should. And right now, for a limited time, our listeners get 50% off for life, plus free shipping and 3 free gifts at mengotomars.com. That's mengotomars.com for 50% off and 3 free gifts when you check out. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them Out and About sent you. MarsMen. We got to talk to you guys about Stella Blue coffee. We love Stella Blue. They have coffee that's ready to drink and canned lattes. You can taste the difference and make a difference. Stella Blue cans are made with 100% Colombian coffee and packed with 190 milligrams of caffeine to fuel your day, whether you're headed to work, the gym, or a road trip, or you just need a better afternoon pick-me-up. Stella Blue delivers taste wherever you are. And now it's easier than ever to keep your fridge stocked because Stella Blue canned lattes are available in convenient 4-packs. Here's the best part. 100% of proceeds will go towards the We Brew to Rescue mission, in which we're funding the adoption of 1,000 pets across the country. That's a great thing. So grab a 4-pack of Espresso Sweet Cream, Espresso Cafe Mocha, or Espresso Cafe Mocha today at stellabluecoffee.com. And once you try them, you'll understand why they're the best canned lattes out there. I've never been a coffee guy, to be honest, but the Stella Blue canned lattes we have around the office, I drink them. They're delicious. And like I said, 190 milligrams of caffeine. That's going to wake you up no matter what type of tiredness, fatigue you're dealing with. So again, you can find Stella Blue in select Circle K and 7-Elevens across the country. All you gotta do is go to the store locator on StellaBlueCoffee.com to find a store near you. All right. Live in the flesh, the man who lasted a whopping 2 episodes on Surviving Bars. I want to say, Nick Turani's here. I just want to say thank you for coming on because I know this is so far out of your comfort zone. It was like the tech, you were like, I don't know. I was like, shut up and get on the show. So thank you for being here. I appreciate
of course, man. Yeah, it's I don't think I'm cut out for this type of reality television at all.
Sure. What was the hesitation? What's the worry about coming on? Are you don't trust us?
What? No, not at all. I don't trust Pat at all.
No.
Oh, good. So I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
No, you're fine. Yeah. Pat is just a scoundrel top to bottom.
Yep.
But no, it's just really it's just like rehashing stuff, and I'm rewatching yesterday. I was like deeply embarrassed of like me going low. So like, don't love doing that.
But here's the thing. You said to Nicky Smokes nothing that was that crazy compared to things that have been said on the show prior. Like Kirk Minihane last season looked at who did he look at? He looked at somebody and goes, no, I'll ruin your life. I'll ruin your life.
Rico. He threatened to ruin Rico's life. He called Che's daughter a cunt, I think, at one point, season 3. Like, there have been many people before you.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Kirk,
true.
and also he said to Rico, he goes, I'm going to tell your wife you're fucking around with some intern.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like making shit up.
You guys have all been on these things. Like it kind of just brings out this like animalistic part of you. It literally gets tribal, and it's kind of a yucky feeling sometimes.
But I think here's the thing. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I think I think you meant what you said. And I think it's okay if you meant what you said. In the moment, maybe not now, but
for sure.
In the moment, it's okay to react emotionally. And in that moment, if I was you and Nicky Smokes backstabbed me, I would be fucking bullshit. Not because I looked like an asshole, just because this is a guy that you trusted, right?
Yeah.
I've never thought he was bad at his job. I think he's fantastic at the role he plays.
Which is what?
But he leans into. I think he plays more of a character than people give him credit for.
For sure. So okay. So when you issue the big apology on the yak, which we just saw,
and we're disgusted by the way,
and we're disgusted. Yeah, you gotta stand on business. If we taught you anything, it's to stand on business. But clearly, you've not been paying attention.
Triple down.
But okay. So you apologize, and here's the thing. I feel like you've got a tone about you that sometimes it's difficult to read or tell if it's genuine or not. And so the apology that you're giving on the yak being like, I went too hard. It's I shouldn't have said that. He is good at what he does, whatever. Do you think that could be interpreted as genuine or more so as like I'm here so I don't get fined kind of thing? Sorry, we've got the police coming to take us away in the meantime.
No, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It was genuine. So I don't know. I think I have like almost like a naturally sarcastic tone, which is probably does more harm than good. But no, it was
I feel that.
genuine. I don't know what else I can do to like prove otherwise. And I called Smokes when the whole thing wrapped, and I said this. Like I've been anxious about this coming out
Oh,
for
wait a minute.
a month.
I don't know about that, Nick. We heard that you hadn't spoken to Nicky since filming Wrapped, and like also won't be like in content with him or anything. Like you guys, you've had like a moratorium on like, if Nicky's in it, I'm not in it. Don't even put my name down.
No, that never happened. I was in contact with him like the week after. I was like livid when it first happened, and I didn't know. And it was like that whole week I went home day one and I was on house arrest and I was mad. But no, we went. Sure. We went from friends to coworkers for a little bit.
Okay, so fair.
That was so past Head Nod Morning and then doing content together right after. I think I got cut. I went up to him when I got bounced. I was like, "We're never working together again." Which, what the fuck did I mean by that? Because I saw him the next following week.
For sure. Also, I heard like that you were saying that you're not going to help him anymore. Like that was another thing. You were like, "I'm not going to help Nicky." Like, what do you help him with on the back end that we don't know about?
It's not even work stuff. There's a lot of coming in the studio and venting about life stuff that like it was
so personal.
It was like a lot of like expending a lot of energy and bandwidth that I didn't have to give anyway. So I was like, I've already kind of been in the process of like cutting back on stuff.
Sure.
So I just thought like that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, and I don't need to do that anymore.
Okay, yeah. Listen, emotional expenditure. That's not everybody can afford that currency.
That's true. Not everyone can afford emotional expenditure, my dear.
No.
Absolutely not. It is funny. Like I was talking with Nick before this, and it's everything is obviously very stressful when you're in it. But the good thing about Surviving Barstool, new episode comes out Wednesday, so that's either depending on when I drop this, tomorrow or the next day.
Yeah.
In 24 hours, everything is done. So like this is your storyline now. So it's like
true.
It's over soon.
You guys aren't going to care about me in 12 hours, but
well, we've never cared about you. I mean,
don't get it twisted.
All right. I miss you guys.
Yeah, I bet.
I do. No, yeah, you're right. It's just I wasn't there for. Pat was my only mole as to what was going on in Survivor after I got sent home, and so he would text me, and I don't know what is true. So he would just be like, "Yeah, like Meek bent Dana over and." Like
sure.
So like
graphic inappropriate
living
sex
out
stuff.
Just erotica to Nick via text.
He was sending me like really really crass fanfics, I'd imagine.
Right.
That sounds about right.
The thing is, like, I don't know if there are any crash outs worse than mine. So it's like somebody going to get bounced.
See, but I think
going to get bounced with grace.
Yeah.
Like, cause it was really like in the moment, like watching back, I was like, I could obviously handle that a lot better. But it feels gross.
I kind of feel like your crash out was like a major letdown. Like honestly, everybody talked it up, being like, "Oh shit!" Like Nick gets really pissed at Nicky, and I was like, "Wow, I'm interested to see this," because obviously we both have played with him before on these games, right? So it's like I've seen the competitive version of you. I don't love the competitive version of you, obviously.
No,
we've had this conversation in years past, but like there's this like. I thought it was going to be the most explosive thing I've ever seen. And I agree. I thought it was really mild. But what I do think is interesting, and now that you've seen the episode, why do you think that your anger, as of yesterday, as far as we can tell, was directed only at Nicky, when in reality, it seems very much like this is Tate's fault. Like Nicky is just kind of a dumb duck going through, you know?
So it wasn't clear to me how it happened until yesterday.
Okay.
I watched the episode because like people were trying to explain it to me, but it was like, yeah, but Smokes wrote my name. But like that was like my end all be all, but Smokes wrote my name. He didn't have to. But then seeing how it happened, it was like it was master puppeteering on both of us from Tate.
Yeah. Do you think that but originally before that though, it was like the feeling was like Nicky's my close friend and I can't believe he'd like do me like this.
Yeah, so watching from seasons past, and I was in season 1, like it was a lot more personal relationships. This season, I think has been, so far it's 2 episodes in, we already have like a twist. It's not been chalky. I think this one is 90% gameplay as opposed to personal relationships. And so I went into that with the complete wrong strategy, might be the word.
But you also, like, you haven't, as far as we know, you haven't spoken to Nicky Smokes up until yesterday after the show wrapped. You refused to shake his hand in the office yesterday. And we know that in real life, you don't want to talk to him. And you haven't talked to him and you don't want to work with him. So we decided to bring Nicky Smokes on the show right now so you guys can hash this out live.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Here he is.
Oh no.
All right,
positive vibes only hat
positive
too.
Positive vibes only. We got Nick on Nick Crime. Nicky Smokes has joined the show. Smokes, take it away. What's the status of your relationship with Turani right now?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
He called me last night. And he said, I miss being boys with you.
Yeah.
And that was probably the first time that we spoke since surviving. He did last week, though, when I got vindicated of being promiscuous. I hope I used that word right.
You did.
He did say, I am happy for you. I feel like they've treated you like shit over the last couple of years about that shit. So that was really the first time he spoke to me, but it wasn't like, hey, let's be friends. It was more so like, hey, just man to man. Like, congrats, like you deserve this. And then yesterday was the first time we really spoke since surviving Barstool.
And how much did he pay you to say that first part about how he called you last week?
So what are you guys at now? I mean, do you think he apologized to what he said? Like Kelly and I said, I don't think it's that bad, to be honest. Oh, he sucks at his job, whatever.
Yeah, like
there have been so many worse things said about I think everyone here, except for Nick, who's received 0 online hate ever, which is insane.
Dude, Nicky Smokes has some diehards that are wishing death upon
Smokes
me.
heads?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What's the status of your relationship now, Nick? And do you think that Nicky Turani's anger was misdirected towards you and it should have been towards Tate? Like, are you guys good? Was Turani's apology genuine?
If I'm being honest, and I'm not just, trying to get clickbait here, and I think that's kind of like the way I'm going to go on this show. Like, I've been waiting for Nick to just open that door of friendship. Although I feel like it was a little like too harsh, if I'm being completely honest. I was like, I don't know why, like, he resents me so much. I wasn't the master schemer that was so set on getting rid of him. And also, like, in that moment, it looks like I was the one that outsmarted him and like flipped him out, so I get it. But I try to explain it to him like, hey man, like, Tate is the mastermind behind all this shit. And I trusted Tate because if you go back, there's never a point where me and Nick are like, hey, let's have an alliance. It's Dana and Turani. It's Dana, Tate, Turani. And I kind of felt like the odd man out with the guys, and I felt closer to the girls. And I was like, well, if the girls are going Nick, I'm going Nick, because those are the people that have come up to me and told me that they want to work with me. So I try to explain that, but heat of the moment, you're playing for life-changing money. Like the ugliness in everyone is bound to come out. And I was just glad that he called me, if I'm being honest, because Nick's been there for me since the very beginning. When I first got hired, I felt like Drake in terms of 20v1. Like I had everyone coming after me.
There it is.
Trying to take my head
how many
off.
seconds in?
We got 8 minutes in without a drink.
over on. Yeah.
But he was the first one to ever invite me like on a show and kind of like make me feel welcome. So like he's been there for me when I got my heart broken, like shit with my family. So he's always been a good friend to me. So.
And how do you repay him, you piece of shit? You stab him, you vote his ass. You're the deciding vote to take away the generational wealth.
Wait one second.
I'm only the deciding vote because Tate is a fucking scumbag.
True. And he slid by and got to stay with the plan that Nick cooked up. So he doesn't look like he has egg on his face. But I guess now my question is, Turani, why didn't you bring Nicky in right away? Like, did you just think you had him locked up? I don't have to worry about Nicky. Like, I'll work with Tate. I'll work with Dana.
I gave him food and shelter and housing. He should have my back.
Right. Like, was that really like the mindset? Was like, oh no, I've literally got him in the bag. He'll do whatever I say. Like, were you overconfident in your, and maybe you, didn't, there was a little bit of an oversight. You should have tended that garden.
100%. That's like better than I could have said it. I figured we had a strong team when it came to challenges, and I didn't think from even like a strategic standpoint, if Smokes and I didn't have the relationship we have, I thought it wouldn't be like, I thought we were going to get rid of Hannah or Danny.
Yeah.
Right.
Just to keep our team for challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a complete blindside. And then, yeah, I guess the majority of my anger came from embarrassment of knowing all my friends and family are going to watch this. And then I
totally.
You know what?
like,
Ella got eliminated in episode 1, and we're being very careful here. Everything is like we're just talking about things that have already happened.
Yeah.
Obviously, so if you haven't watched, these are the first 2 episodes. There might be a spoiler within those 2 episodes. But Ella said the same thing, that she was embarrassed. I have never been like embarrassed to be kicked off a show.
Oh no, I was embarrassed as fuck because
You
I was
were?
the
Right.
first girl out, and I just kept being like, I can't fucking believe I'm the first girl out. Like it was the worst part of it. Yeah. I totally get it.
It's an impossible to describe feeling kind of
Right.
to people that haven't done it. It's like the life-changing money, the blindsiding, the competition, the stress, and then it's just then as soon as it happens, you get shoot up into an interview thing, and then you pack your bags and go. And then you're on Jeff Belo house arrest for the week.
Yeah, for sure. Nikki, how did you feel kind of once the game was completely over and you knew you kind of had this severed relationship with Turani? What did you do in the last, because this was filmed May? Right? We filmed this. So it's now been like 3 months or whatever. Like, have you been doing anything specific, making some sort of effort to kind of like rekindle that friendship, or really explain yourself time and time again? Like, was he just like a real brick wall about trying to rekindle this until this aired?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think like the week after, because we all came back from something. I forgot what it was. But like, I tried to go in there and like shake his hand and be like, yo, I'm sorry. And he was just having none of it. And
Which is fair. Like, I get it.
for sure. No, absolutely. And I could just kind of tell, like, just his demeanor, the way he was talking to me. I was like, I think it's best if I just don't say anything and just like let time heal the wound. And then when the episode comes out, I think I'll have a much clearer picture of like genuinely what happened versus, because you got to remember, like when you're in that game, your brain is in such a pretzel. Like you really can't think straight. You can't remember like what happened. And I was like, no, I might as well just like let the tape do the talking, because I think it's way better than any way that I could put it.
Yeah. Were you getting updates from people in the office like Turani still hates your guts? Like, don't even bother talking to him.
Some
Whoa,
girls I can't call
sweetheart. Whoa.
I just walked that back. I mean that in like an endearing way.
I wish you
Nikki
would
wants to
call
have sex
me,
with me. He's made it clear. He said
Do
it like
you
10
wanna
times
No,
on
smash
Twitter.
Dave
Kelly
wants us
Keys?
to have sex. Completely different.
Nick, she would snap your dick off.
You're going to be in
good
New York
contact.
like next week. Oh my
Wait,
God.
maybe,
I did see when you were gonna be here.
Where is he?
No.
Are you
No.
clocking? That's a no.
No, I've hit my limit of coworkers. I've tapped out. I've tapped out the top.
I don't know. Get a couple white wines in there,
Maxed out.
son. See what happens.
I've retired from cocaine. You know this.
That's true.
Now continue. Sorry.
But back to your point, I'm the first desk outside of the Anus studio. I could like feel the daggers, like I could feel the vibe. Like no, like I didn't have to like go up it. Like I could tell. I'm the first person he sees when he walks out of his studio.
Sure. So he was throwing you daggers for 3 months.
No, I mean the first week it was definitely like I could feel it, and then
First week was mad, yeah.
and then after that it was kind of just like, all right, well this is just what our relationship is now. Like we're just
Damn.
coworkers.
That's
So
sad.
like that
the thing-
sucks, but
It was either Dana or I think it was Dante that told me that Smokes voted me out because he knew I would forgive him. And that's what made me the most mad.
I hate that energy
because,
as well.
like, but then like I think it was Dante, I think when we went to the Magic Lounge that told me. I think. But he was just like, I think he was just saying what he thought, but I took it as what he heard from Nick.
and that's why I let you finish, because those words never came out of my mouth.
Yeah, okay.
Like I was never like, oh
There it
yeah, I
is.
was so on board with it because Turani's just gonna forgive me for knocking him out immediately and robbing him at a 250K. Like, yeah, I'm sure like that'll just go over well for me.
Yeah. Nikki, I don't know if you know this, and Turani, this might be a refresher, but voting out your friends is not like something new for Nick Turani. This is a pattern of behavior, and we have to take it all the way back to BVA season 2. And I believe it was literally day 1 he voted out his very best friend and confidant, Kyle Bauer, literally day 1. And Kyle was kind of stuck doing a whole lot of nothing for a whole week. And so I wonder, do you think that this
with
is
the fucking receipts?
Well, do you
Sure,
think
of
this
course.
is
With the
karma? Do
receipts.
you think this is karma? And now,
No,
Nikki, hearing
no.
this information, do you think that Nick's behavior towards you was a little out of pocket?
Yeah, I mean, I've told people around here, and I've told Nick this. Like, I do think that the hate period extended longer than I thought it should have. But like I said, like nothing paints the picture like the final product, and I feel like he kind of just had to see, that I wasn't like sitting here pounding the table like let's fucking get him out of the game. As for I'll be honest, I don't even know what BBA is outside of the one that we do here for
Oh, you got to
basketball.
catch up. You
BBA,
got to catch up.
yes.
You wanna talk
Barstool versus
about-
America, seasons 1 and 2.
I'll summarize it for
What a
you.
blast.
It was a show where we got drunk for 14 days on an
Oh, that's
RV
where
across
you
the
fucked
country
Dana over.
and compete. I fucked Dana over.
Oh,
Don't
is that
even
what-
fucking-
is that what Dana
Is that what
says?
Dana told you?
Is that what-
It's the other way around. And we competed
It
for
is the other way
$10,000 harder than most people would compete for $100 million.
It
The
was
level of
unbelievable.
competition was so cutthroat and fucking crazy. That was a fun show.
It
But
was
took
fun, but
years
we
to
were
get
drunk. Yeah.
Kelly,
Yeah.
the first thing I thought of when I got mad is I text Kyle the day I got eliminated.
Yeah.
I said, dude, how the fuck did I do that to you? How are you cool with me?
Mm-hmm.
He said he was very cool. He was like, yeah, I wasn't as bothered. I thought I was going to get to go home. He doesn't quite love doing these things. And then
Yeah.
the prize pool was like, it was what, a beach house for a month?
It was a beach house for a month and 10 grand split between the team.
five people,
yeah.
Yeah.
Which
No,
is
I thought it was
still
like, it was
cool.
like
Yeah.
40
The beach
grand,
house was worth it.
40 grand,
Kelly.
but 10 each, so 6 after taxes.
Something.
Which
Kelly,
was
I'm not even
life-changing money.
joking.
Yeah.
That was like my first thought as I got home. I was like, oh my God, I did that to my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I when I watch it unfold in real time, because obviously I wasn't on the season. I've tried to avoid most spoilers, so I'm seeing all this for the first time, and I saw that happen. I saw you get upset. I was like, damn, that feels like karma coming around.
Kelly was
Absolutely.
mixing her potions, making it happen around her orb.
In
She saw it
retrospect,
If I ever get in trouble, I'm hiring Kelly as a lawyer.
She's a goat.
That's
you.
my
I've
first call.
I've gotten Kelly, you've done spells for me.
oh yeah, yeah. Oh my God, that's right. When you and Rudy were calling me in the night,
Yep.
they
Yep.
called me in the night once. They were like, hey, we need a quick spell. We got some weird shit going on, and I lit a bunch of candles. Yeah, did that all work out, by the way?
Yeah, I think everything's fine,
Okay,
except
good.
for right now.
Sure.
Kelly goes,
no,
I
yeah,
got you covered.
Listen,
I need sage in a wick.
I say I work
got
both
you covered.
sides, so whatever you need me to turn around. But I think that I think this, based on your reactions to all this, and I think seeing it is so much different than experiencing it. And I feel like once you see how it turns out, and you kind of see that Nicky really wasn't the guy to be throwing daggers at, then maybe you'll think more about it as time goes on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's I feel horrible, and no, I feel bad that I treated Nicky Smokes badly.
Do you feel about how are you pissed at Tate now? Because he's the one.
Good question.
Because he's
Tate
the one.
Tate and I did not have the same relationship that Smokes and I had. Like that's kind of expected from Tate.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. I
super
like when
fair.
Tate had a clip. It was like, I'm not an internet troll. I'm this. I was like, what are you talking about?
He's so full
What were you
of
gonna
it.
say, Nick?
It's kind of off topic, but part of like that whole episode of Survivor, and like what kind of created, Nick not speaking to me, and I feel like no one's pointed it out. But Nick comes up to me and tells me Dana has something, and then I go to Dana and I'm like, "Do you have this idol?" He tells me no, and then the
Yeah.
next scene is Dana telling Tate that he has it.
Yeah, they kind of cut you right out. It
So,
felt
like,
a little bit like they
I'm
did.
like I'm like, someone's lying to me.
Yeah,
Like,
well-
one of these
but, like,
two people are lying to me.
That I should have.
So I'm like,
I think
I'm
it's-
staying with the girls. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
think it's
one
fair.
of these two are lying to me.
I mean, you didn't
got-
take Nicky Smokes to Napa, Nick Turani, so,
I should have.
and you did take Dana.
I didn't take Dana. We were both out there for the Super Bowl.
That's fucking rich. Dana says I screwed him out of 10 grand. I'm like,
Now you've
oh
started
my
this.
God. I'm gonna send you a clip. You'll see who screwed who.
Anyway.
So this was day one, and I didn't know if it was an idol. So I told Nicky Smokes, so like for full transparency, Dana has a thing. And I was like, that sounds really fucking suspicious and a bad lie. But like the way Dana explained it was like, I have to do this and this. And I was like, is that an idol? He's like, it can be. And it's an interesting season with that.
Yeah, I do think that I don't know, was totally intentional from you, Turani, to mislead Nicky that way.
No.
But Dana totally screwed. Like, he was so not forthcoming about that, like with
I didn't
anybody,
wanna get,
until he
like,
told
caught in a-
everything to Tate.
I didn't want to get caught in a lie, and we're like scrambling around and like whispering when we can. I'm like, hey, Dana has a thing. And I was
Yeah.
like, That is, yeah, probably should have conveyed that a little bit better, but I didn't quite know what it was. I didn't see an idol at all, so I didn't know that they were like tasks until later.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm getting a little nervous about spoilers and things. So we're talking like
no, same.
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
gameplay.
yeah. We don't want to talk too much more.
And I know,
okay.
Nick, you guys got to get out of here, but
Yeah.
I will say this.
Yeah.
Thank you both for coming on.
Of course.
I'm a little disappointed that you still don't hate each other. So
yeah, that would have been explosive.
That is what it is.
But yeah, what are you
We
going
did
to
the
do?
show like last night at like 6:30 p.m. and pre-recorded it.
We discussed it. We talked about
Yeah.
the idea, but you know.
And
No,
I
but
saw
I couldn't be happier because I really do love Turani a lot. So like it has been bothering me, and I'm just.
I was
in the
waiting
past.
for the show because I didn't know what to believe. I saw it. I'm like, fuck, I'm such a dick. And so it feels awful. And Smokes, I already told you, but I guess for camera, if you ever get locked out of your apartment again, you may stay in my guest bedroom.
Wow.
This
and
will be
here
cut
we
for
go.
time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is too nice and it doesn't fit our agenda. Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Any sort of apology is just gonna get cut out, and we're just gonna
Yeah,
string
sure.
your words together.
Sure.
Thank you guys for coming on. If you're not watching Barstool, Surviving Barstool season 5, check it out. The next episode is Wednesday, so that's tonight or tomorrow, depending on when this drops.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are in for a treat because shit gets fucking wild.
Woo.
All right, thanks, guys.
I'll be in New York next month. You two better be ready to get wild.
Wait a
we're
minute,
ready.
wait a
I'm
minute, wait a minute. Smokes. You Ebony?
Oh, Nicky. Oh, have you met
Ebony's
Ebony
coming
before?
out. Ebony's coming out.
Have you met Ebony?
No, I think the first thing I want to do when I walk in is just have her twerk on me and just like throw some cash on her ass.
She'll be
That
so
was my
game for
plan.
that. She will be so
Would she?
game. I believe. Well, you
There
gotta
better be hundreds.
You gotta make sure you respect. She is a queen. You gotta respect her as such. But she will certainly appreciate your excitement for that.
All right, perfect. I'm in. Let her know about that too.
We'll let her know. Don't
I
worry.
will. All
Don't
right,
worry.
talk to you guys
All right,
later.
I'll see you guys
Thanks
Bye,
again.
guys. Thanks so much.